Hello, greetings ladies and germs. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, wherever you are, as some people say like me, wherever you are in this mud ball we call Earth. On a pretty lovely, unofficially winter day, and I mean unofficially because it's the 8th of December. Yeah, we are at Old Orchard and Monkland Street, which I would definitely fit in, I guess, if I lived around here, in the sense that I am an Anglo, even though my mother tongue is, of course, French. But I'm very poor, so fitting in here, maybe it could be more of a state of mind. It's a very yuppie type of area. Anyway, I'm happy the sun is still out since I'm out right now. It's in the, we're in the mid-afternoon, I guess. I think it's about 2 o'clock. And I thought to myself, well, finally it's sunny. I'm motivated to do a walking video. I'm in a good mood because a lot of times I don't do walking videos because either A, the weather, it's dank, or it's too windy. Or again, I'm just feeling down. You know, look at a beautiful detail, ornate detail in this entrance. Boy, they don't make them like that anymore, I'll tell you right now. Probably owned by Mr. Sergakis. And unfortunately, when it comes to the snow removal stuff, I only filmed one video so far. I uploaded it today, as some of you have seen, or a lot of you have seen. And not only because of climate change and global warming, and therefore we don't get enough snow, but also, yeah, the city of Montreal, generally, they prefer to do the snow removal, you know, at night, as you saw in that no parking sign between 1900 hours and 7 a.m. because that's when there's the least amount of people walking around driving, and so there's less chances of incidents. But no, I prefer to film that stuff in the daytime if it's possible. And I was actually looking at the holy frickin' mackerel! Look at this tree. Jesus, Murphy, look at the size of this. Look how bizarre it is, and the size of it. Oh my God, it reminds me of the tree from Poltergeist. You know the one. Anyway, it's always nice to come back around here in this area there in the NDG part of Montreal, Notre-Dame-De-Grace here down here. Ed lives around here. Well, several blocks west of here there, but he's got a home probably about as old as these ones here, 1920s, 30s. Always was well-to-do. Not necessarily wealthy, but definitely middle class there, you know. And I really actually picked this street to do a walking video, like just spur of the moment, while there's still sun, because I had to go to a second cup to go rock a whiz. So I was like, you know what, this looks perfect. And away we go. Walking southward here on the Old Orchard, which is funny actually that it's called Old Orchard because there's a street in LaSalle where my cousins Corey and Grant lived on when they were kids. They grew up on Orchard Street in LaSalle, and that's near I think Bishop Power and all that jazz. Yeah, just taking her nice and slow there, nice and slow. Nice and easy. As some of you can imagine, you know, who have half a brain, these old places, don't be fooled, man. There's none of this stuff is cheap, man. The value of Montreal properties, I've said over and over again, like a fucking broken record, and these walking videos have just gotten skyrocketed. And so, yeah, you're not going to be a janitor owning one of these places, that's for sure. If you're a janitor, that means you're like my landlord, and you own a property, and you're a jack of all trades. So you can clean and fix pretty much anything. You know? Look at that, eh? See, that's why I love the old school, old houses, old buildings, old cars. Things usually look different from one another, you know? And look at that. See, there's similarities, but they're not the same. Right? Oh, this was pretty redone, eh? Oh, look at this. Check this out. There's a Ford Mach-E. Which is interesting because I tell people, it occurred to me after I looked at this thing once, I said, you know, Ford is filled with bean counters more than ever because it's a bunch of bean counters that came up with this in the meeting, I'm sure. I don't have a doubt. They're like, well, let's give people what they want. What do they want? They want a sports car. They love Mustangs. Let's give them an SUV. We'll give them an electric car all in one. 3 in 1. You know? By the way, that Toyota there, Yeah, highly valuable in a used resale value. That's a shame about that tree. Got that tree disease. I always forget the name of it. You know. I figured I'd probably just do this walking video up until Sherbrooke Street there. Look, there's another one there. By the way, you know, this reminds me, it was almost 24 years ago. Much respect to these guys, by the way. All you guys, you're the courier guys, you know, parcel, mailman. You guys are the glue, man, to the economy. You're essential, major essential workers, in my book. Anyway, so yeah, it was almost 24 years ago in January that the ice storm happened, and this Notre-Dame-De-Grace, NDG, was one of the hardest hit areas, as you can imagine, because there's so many trees. So as beautiful as all these trees are, they're not exactly the best when it comes to way too much freezing rain, but that was, of course, a very isolated case. You know, talking about 3 storm systems, you know, in a span of, what, a week. But, as you know, history has a tendency to repeat itself. So, I don't think we're going to see anything vintage around here. It'll be a miracle if we see something as old as, let's say, Ed's Taurus, but I don't mean like a, you know, something like that that's like really pretty much disappeared. I'm not talking about a Toyota Corolla or a Camry or Honda Accord, because there's still a few of those cars because you can't kill them. Like, look here, speaking of which, check this one out. This is like 20 years old. This Honda Accord, you know, came out in 97, made till what, I don't know, 2002. There's fucking thousands and thousands. You can't kill these cars, but hundreds and hundreds of thousands of kilometers. And this one actually is still in good shape. Got that nice original, probably original green there, typical mid-late, early 90s green color. Maybe that'll come back into vogue one day. I don't know, you know. Hey, does that street end over there? Let's take a look. Kind of an alleyway here. Let's zoom in there. I don't know. I thought this continued. Maybe it stops at Sherbrooke, eh? If that's the case, it'll be a short video. Yeah, it looks like it stops over there. Oh, shoot. Well, maybe look at this guy driving his Porsche here in the winter there. And you know why? Because all these cars are all-wheel drive. That's why. There's a Porsche, a Cadillac. And the eye in the sky sees all. Let's see if I can remember what street this is. There's it. Anyway, I can't remember. Notre-Dame-De-Grace. That's right. Street with the same name. Notre-Dame-De-Grace. Well, you know what? Since the street is so short, maybe I don't know. Maybe I will continue. Maybe I will. That's your ward, by the way, the cross street there. I don't know. Maybe I will continue just on other streets. I'm not sure yet, because when it's real cold like it is, you know, that's when the battery in the camera wears out quickly, you know. Oh yeah, by the way, you know, I'd stopped asking for a while because I thought I was doing well for a while financially. You know, I made a contract to sell, you know, a whole whack of vintage framed ads that I framed and bought the frames, and then the guy gave me the go ahead for a second order. Then he backed out, that fucking guy, stupid asshole. And anyway, so whatever, I made, and I what did I clear off the YouTube revenue, which really depressed me when I compared it to last year. It's like in half. Basically, the YouTube earnings for a lot of YouTubers like me has been cut in half. You know, like I got $390, $390. That's right, 390. That's it. My rent alone is like over $700. So yeah, that's not good, and that's been like that for many months actually. And then I compared it to last year, which I wish I didn't do, and it was like, oh my god, it was, yeah, it was like double less. Oh god. So anyway, the reason why I'm mentioning it, so I had stopped asking for any donations for a while, but if you want to, again, like I always say, check me out on Patreon. You want to become a Patreon for, like, you know, a few bucks a month, 20 bucks, whatever, it'd be great, appreciate it. Or if you want to just send me something directly, call it like an early Christmas birthday gift. You know, it'd be nice, because my birthday is on Christmas Eve. Would greatly appreciate it. You could do that through PayPal, or if you're in Canada, an e-transfer, or as it's known in French, virement interac. And my email is Elton, like Elton John, McFall, M-C-F-A-L-L, eltonmcfall at hotmail.com. Yep, still Hotmail. eltonmcfall at hotmail.com. That would be really appreciated. You want to send me $5, $100, whatever it is. It'd be just terrific. Because as you guys know, life is expensive, and I do this full time, and I'm a creative artist type, great at creating all kinds of things, but I'm not great in business. And if I was, I'd be rich right now, I guess, or, you know, there's another Toyota Tacoma. There you go. Wow. You know, like I said, these vehicles are not cheap new, they're not cheap used, because they're so well made. It's typical Toyota quality, the best of the best. I'm sure even if Mercedes made a pickup truck, it wouldn't be as good as that. Guarantee you. You know? There's a church like a block from my place. It's sad because it's so old, like this one. It's up for sale, you know, like church is up for sale. I mean, because what is a religion today? It's the goddamn iPhones. It's téléphone intelligent. There's lots of fun, all that, right? And even me, I've cut back on it because I was getting like headaches and sore this and neck and shoulder and all this. And now it's Côte Saint-Antoine. And you know what? Now I'm tempted to go to the fire station, which is over there. You know what? Let's do that, actually. Let's go to the fire station. It's up there, actually. Yeah, fire station on the corner of the Carry. We'll do a little walking video around NDG there. That's all. Look at these amazing old trees. Look at the size of these things. Let me tell you, it is not every neighborhood that has got trees that are humongous like that. To show you how old this area is, you know. Now we're walking east. 2 pickup trucks, both colorless, both American for good measure. I like the red and white detail in this beauty. Hey, look at that. Lovely. It's lovely. Got the fresh battery in the camera. Trying to not walk too fast, even though I'm happy to say the pericarditis is almost gone. Almost. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, it's really good right now. I do get a little bit of chest pain here and there, but it doesn't last. I don't feel sick or tired or malaise and all this crap, you know? So. And like I said, now we're back on Girard. Girard. There's this crap, which I'm condemned to take for the rest of my life. Oh, snap. There's that hideous Infinity SUV. I don't even know what it is. It's just the most horrible SUV I've ever seen, ever. I mean, my God, what were they thinking? But that's the way it is. Anything to get that American market, to get that American money, you know? Look, that's why everybody's afraid of the Chinese now, right? Because they're bloody masterminds in products and making them cheap and giving people what they want, even if they don't need it. It's incredible. It's and buying properties everywhere. You know? Whoa, look at that. It's kind of weird to see that in the city. Yeah, this reminds me of a walking video I did, I think last year, no, a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago. And it was about this time of day. It was in the fall there. Beautiful ornate detail, even all around up in the roof. That's beautiful. Jeez, God forbid anything should be made like that again. I mean, it costs too much, and again, you know, there's greed, you know. It's like that church that we just passed. The one that's near my neighborhood. The one I just mentioned is for sale. I mean, there's so much detail in these churches. They must have cost a bloody fortune, and it must have taken forever, many years to make. But it didn't matter because people were not obsessed with making money and profits at that time as much. Okay, so I'm going to show you quick here. We're at Highway de Carry 15, Highway 15. But I want to get over on the other side here. Just to get a better view here in the sun. I'm going to take a break here and hopefully maybe I'll get them, one of them or both fire trucks responding for the fire station over there. Hang tight. Just zoom in here a bit. Everything's dirty. I was filming trucks earlier actually right here, but next to Villa Maria Metro. course, took the liberty of filming a few trucks there, a few semis and dump trucks and flatbeds and straight bodies and so forth. But even though there's not too much wind today, it's not warm, so much as I'd like to hang around there to see if I can get these guys responding, maybe if I'm lucky I'll get them responding down near Sherbrooke or something, I don't know. So I'm going to go up a block, and then I think I'm going to go down, I think it's Notre-Dame over here, because I lived there for like a few months. So yeah, taking a quick peek here if there's anything I should record. Hey Nate. So there we go, let's keep going here. It is actually, this is one of at least 2 stations that is as a library as well as a fire station. There's another one on what is it, Saint-Zatique and Delormier, I think. Yeah. Looks like the whole damn door is new. Look at that, that whole door looks brand new. And that's like, it's a few $1,000, eh? Facile, facile. You know? What's weird about this station is they got the trucks lined up one behind the other. I guess they can't be together next side by side. Got a school here. God damn. Got a tripped over there. Jesus, I tripped over like 2 weeks ago, not even. In Montreal North, I was trying to catch up to a freaking a spare pumper responding. Freaking tripped. Not even sure why I tripped actually. Didn't trip out, that's for sure. Yeah, Prud'homme. It's a funny name. Anyway, so let's go there. Let's go, little darling, and tell me that you'll never leave me. Come on, let's go. And again. Yeah, man. Good old Richie Valens, rest in peace. Bon, qu'est-ce que ça dit ici, là? See, same thing, 19h à 7h. Not good for me. But I did film a beautiful snow removal operation in this part of town last winter. I don't remember what the hell day it was. Look at that, eh? It's all inscribed in stone there. What does that say? It says... Daniel... Oh yeah, Daniel O'Donnell. Boy, oh boy, that's when you know a school is really old. It's O'Donnell, it's Irish. Not going to be too many Irish new schools opening nowadays, that's for sure. The Irish are fleeting. We're not reproducing as much as the Chinese or lots of other types of people. No, sir. Anyway, like I was saying, so back in 08, at the end of 07, I got kicked out of my apartment here in NDG, and I scrambled. And I wasn't working at the time. I was going through a hard time. And I was really like basically like a couple of years, not even a couple of years after my dad died, it kind of screwed me up. And anyway, I don't want to go too much into it. I lost the apartment, and so anyway, I managed to find a room for rent in an apartment here. I'm trying to see which one it was. Somewhere here. And I lived with these 2 young people there, millennials there, and I had this big room, and the guy who was living there, he was cool, he was chill, you know, and it's kind of funny because his last name was Potter, and he was a pothead, so it's kind of funny. And the other one, oh my god, anyway, let's just say that she fucking told me her friend was being abused or beaten or whatever, and that she had to give up her room for her. Like, well, what the hell, you know, what are you talking about? 3 months I was there. I never forgot that. That's fucked up, you know, seriously. And I think it's the brown building coming up over here on the right. I remember I saw her too. What is it, like a year or 2 later? Years later, I saw her at a gas station. She's like, "Oh, hey, Elton, how are you? Blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, I just looked at her and I said to her, I said, "Listen, considering what you freaking did to me, I never want to talk to you again." You know, and I walked away. It was right here. And I remember, oh my god, I remember this building. Oh my god, I couldn't believe how freaking drafty that building was. Terrible. Terrible. It was not warm enough. And I'm sure it's due to those crappy windows, which looks like they were changed, of course, because they have to be changed, because those old wood ones are for the birds. And it was dark in there. Oh my god, it was dark. Quite frankly, I really couldn't find any positive aspects. But anyway, my Thankfully, because I'm a little fucked in the brain, of course, compared to other people, my parents helped me out to find an apartment there. It's much easier with a car, you know, and I found a place in Verdun. And my God, you know, that was not in a great area of Verdun. It was ghetto, but you know what? Oh my God, that place was fantastic. I mean, in terms of like lighting, I never had an apartment that, it was on the 4th floor, top floor of a building. The view was amazing. You know, the view was amazing. The lighting was incredible. I mean, as an artist, especially to do drawings, paintings, whatever, it was fantastic. I couldn't believe what a trip that place was, even though it wasn't even a 4.5. A 4.5 was a Quebec term. When we say house, it means, you know, 4 bedrooms, and I think the kitchen, the bathroom's like half a room. So that was really amazing. I dream of finding a place like that again. I mean, my place right now is okay. Of course, I've had 8 years, but once again, it's really dark in comparison, you know. Speaking of comparison, look at that apartment building, eh? That was clearly built, I'm sure, in the 50s or 60s, and how it doesn't go along with things, you know. And now we're approaching. We are approaching Sherbrooke Street, which I keep mentioning. I think I'll probably keep it going a little bit. I'm tempted to go to Timmy's, actually. I feel like getting a bagel. Because again, I think that'll be my supper, because I gotta buy groceries, and all I got right now in the freezer is shrimp, and I made that this week, so yeah. Look at that beautiful entrance. Look at that. Does that say classy or what? Classy. So I don't know. Do I feel like continuing this? Yeah. But again, I've run out of the sunlight, and like I said, I'm going to go to Timmy's, so I think I'm just going to stop. I think it's long enough for now. And again, it's not summertime, so I've got the spare battery, but the spare battery is much worn out compared to this one. So I want to. It's just the freaking the cold is not kind to batteries, you know. So anyway, I do what I can with logic. Remember, everything in life comes down to logic and timing. You got to have one of those things going for you, or you're going to have a problem. That means everything. I mean, getting a job. I mean, meeting somebody, road conditions, traffic, whatever. It's all relative. Boy, this guy from the back there looks like an old friend of mine. Also, so I don't forget to mention, if I were to continue this way for a few more blocks, it becomes Westmount. Westmount is really the most expensive and wealthiest part of the city. So thanks again for watching, guys. Like I said, you want to send me something as a gift there, you know, token of appreciation, show your love, as I always say. Email eltonmcfall@hotmail.com, and it'd be much appreciated. And thank you very much for watching, and take care, guys. Oh, well, let's just might as well finish this up right here at the light here on Sherbrooke. Oh, there's a non-scrap. No, it kind of doesn't matter, they're all filthy anyway. Filthy animals. Oh, something smells good. Oh.